This conference will now be recorded.
So today we are going to discuss, guys. If you have any doubts, you can respond in chat box. I'll read every question and I'll respond for every question what you posted there in the chat box. Okay. Yeah. Let's take the notepad and we are going to discuss about 7-segment display, guys. Where do you observe the 7-segment display? 7-segment display. Where do you observe the 7-segment display? Do you have an idea about the 7-segment display and where do you observe this, or where do you saw this? Digital watches, correct. Any more answers? Calculators, correct. Railway stations, exactly. Okay. So, what is the main use? What do you do about with the 7-segment? What do you do? Main purpose of the 7-segment. Okay. Calculators, railway stations. In railway stations, how the 7-segment display will use us? Jayshree, can you tell me? Displaying digits, okay. That's good. So to display any number, right? Like from 0 to numbers, okay. There is we can't display any special characters like a hash at the rate of star like this, right? We can display the numbers, okay, from 0 to 100, whatever the how many, like if you use 2 segments, okay. Here I'm going to use only one segment, 7 segment only. It means that we can display from 0 to 9 only. If you use two segments, okay, you can display up to 99, right? In this way we can display the numbers by using the 7-segment, fine. So in this 7-segment there are two types are there. First one is, first one is common anode. So in this common anode, I said you in the last class or the last before class, I said you that to make LED on, what is the logic? Can you please respond in chat box? What is the logic? What we have to give? A logic 0 or logic 1 to make an LED on? In common anode, guys, please respond. In common anode, to make LED on, what logic we have to give? Logic 0 or logic 1? Please respond in chat box. We need to give the logic 0 or logic 1. Sushma, what? Sushma, which logic you have to give for to make an LED on in common anode? Logic 1. Okay. మరి కామన్ క్యాథోడ్కి ఏంటైతే? So what is for common cathode? To make LED on in common anode, we have to give logic 0. Remember this. To make LED off, we have to give logic 1. This is the thing which we discussed in before classes. Don't forget this. Fine. In common anode, if you want to make the LED on, you have to give logic 0. Okay. If you want to make LED off, you have to give logic 1. Remember this. And the second type is common cathode. So for this to make LED on, which logic you have to give? LED on. Now logic 1 will apply for LED of logic 0. Okay. Two are reverse. Both the types are reverse. In common anode, to make an LED on, we have to give logic 0. For LED off, we have to give logic 1. In case of common cathode, okay, so in common anode, the anode pin is connected to power supply, which we already discussed. Okay, all these are repeating. In common cathode is connected to ground. Clear? So these are the logics for to make an LED on and off. So these are the two types which are there in the 7 segment. Fine. So let me go to this pics. You'll get a clear idea how the 7 segment will looks. Fine. So this is how the 7 segment will looks like. Fine. Give me a second. Yes, guys, if you observe here, A, take it as one first segment, B second segment, C third segment, D, E, F as well as G. So if you count here, there are 7 LEDs will be there. Okay, take this A as one LED, B as another LED, C as like remaining. Okay, so there are 7 LEDs. Who is that? Where I'm getting sound. Fine. So all these, I mean that like A, B, C, as like think that if A is and one LED, B is another LED, C is third LED, fourth, like so. If you think, if you divide this, like there are 7 LEDs, we can call it as a 7 segment. Fine. Where DP pin is called a decimal point pin. Guys, remember that if you use 2 segments at a time, like if you want to display any 3.5, 4.5, 9.5, something like that, you can use this DP pin, which is called a decimal point pin. Fine. So how do you know that this a 7 segment belongs to common anode or common cathode? How do we know that? This is actually how the 7 segment I mean that externally looks like. Fine. So let me go deeper into this. Like how can you know that this 7 segment belongs to common anode only? Okay, we want to give the logic 0 to make an LED and to make to display any 0 or something like that. Fine. Let me go for another pictures. Okay. So if you observe this, this is how internally a 7 segment display looks like. Okay, there are 10 pins. Obviously, by observing the picture, you can get a clear idea. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, there are 2 pins which are common. There are 2 pins which are common, right? Pin number 8 and pin number 3. Guys, remember, if you are using common anode, these 2 pins should be given to power supply. Remember this. If you are using common cathode, these 2 pins should be grounded. Fine. Remember this. If you are using common anode, these 2 pins should be given for power supply. If you are using common cathode type, these 2 pins should be grounded. This is mandatory. Clear? And guys, if you observe this, picture, like let me go ahead with this picture. Okay, so here what you observe here. So as like I said you that there are 7 segments, which means that we can call it as 7 LEDs. Like all these 7 segments, cathode terminal is connected to common pin which is grounded. In common cathode we have to ground. Okay, all the cathode terminals. Okay, this is anode terminal, this is a cathode terminal. Okay, all these cathode terminals should be given to ground. Okay, this is all about the picture explains you or fine. And if you observe this picture, like no need of this. If you observe this is a common cathode, right? So all these pins are connected to ground. Fine. So this is a cathode, common cathode, which means that the common pins should be connected for ground. So this is a cathode terminal. All these cathode terminals are connected to ground. Okay, we will take a common ground. We are going to connect all these cathode terminals to a ground, which means that we are going to use common cathode type. Fine. In common anode, I said you that where is this common anode? Yeah, in common anode terminals are connected to power supply. Fine. Anode terminal is connected to power supply. So guys, remember this, we are going to display from 0 to 9 only, because we are going to use only one segment, 7 segment only. We are going to display from 0 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that, we have to write a hexadecimal code, and we have to generate the hexadecimal code. If you are using common cathode, we'll discuss everything now. Okay. So guys, up to now, I hope it's clear for you, right? If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the chat box. Sushma, you also said displaying logic 0 ఇవ్వాలి, ఓకేనా? రిమెంబర్ దిస్, ఇన్ కామన్ యానోడ్ ఎల్ఈడి ఆడ్ అవ్వడానికి లాజిక్ 0 ఇవ్వాలి. This is the main and fundamental point which everybody have to aware of this. Clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or like I'll go forward. Respond in chat box, guys. Yes or no, or like it's okay, or like it's not done, sir. When you repeat it again, all these questions are the right. Yeah, fine. So let me design the hardware part first of all. Okay, let me design the hardware part. Open your Proteus along with me, and you know all this process, all these steps. Go to ISIS, go to ISIS, go to P. Okay, this is our microcontroller 8089C51. Okay, select this and go to P, type 7 segment. Okay guys, if you observe here, so many 7 segments are there. They have given directly for us that which type you are going to use. Like, say for example, if you want to use C, not this CA, or if you want to use this CA, common anode. Okay, I select it, guys. Remember, the 7 segment MPX1 is common anode. Okay, this is a common anode type. Here they have given the second type called common cathode. Both these types they have given, I mean that we don't want to confuse. Fine. So whichever the type you want to select, you can select it. Fine. I'll take CC and you have to do CA. I'll take common cathode, you have to do common anode. Fine. Select this. Guys, remember this 7 segment MPX1CC display, red, 1 digit common cathode, 7 segment display. This is the thing on right. Yeah, this is the one. Fine. I'm going to select this common cathode. You can check it once. Don't forget. Fine. So take our microcontroller, place it in the workspace. Use this. Show something. Fine. 7 segment. Clear? Guys, I'm going to connect all these pins to port 2. Okay, it's yours to connect for port 3 or port 1. Okay, it's my comfort to take port 2. I'm going to take it, I'm going to connect all these pins to port 2. Okay, so take from here. Okay, don't drag from here, take from here. Like from 7 segment, you can take a terminal and connect for port to pin number 0. Okay, port to pin number 0. Like this, make the connections, guys. And where there is a common pin, which this common pin should be, which type I'm using, I mean that I'm using this common cathode type, so that this pin should be rounded. Clear? So this is my hardware part, and let's make it fast. Don't drag from here, drag from here, from 7 segment display, drag connect this terminal to for this pin. Okay, drag from here, connect, make the connections, and this pin should be, this is a common pin, it should be grounded. This is how the 7 segment looks like in Proteus. Fine. In common anode, to make an LED on, we have to give logic 0. In common anode, if you want to make LED off, you have to give logic 1. Most important points, don't forget. Right, guys, have you done these connections? So now next step is like we are going to display from 0 to 9, right? If you are done with the connections, respond in chat box. I'll go forward. I'll go for the next step. Sushma, you already done. Okay, fine. Done, sir. Okay, fine. Let's go forward. Yeah. Thank you. Let me open the paint. Fine. Fine. Guys, this is how our 7 segment looks like, right? If you don't like my drawing, please ignore it. Okay. So this is called A, one segment. This is called B. This is called C. This is called D. This is called E. Obviously, this is called F and G. Right? Clear? Guys, our task, what is our task now? So to make, to display from 0 to 9, right? And we are going to use a common, I am going to use, not we are, I am going to use this common cathode type. In this common cathode type, if I want to make this segment 0, what logics you have to give? So how the 0 will get displayed, right? This is the 0. This is the 0, right? So to make this 0, it means that A should be logic 1, B should be logic 1, remaining all these should be logic 1. This should make 0. You have to give for G, you have to give logic 0 for G, because you want to make this off. To make, I mean that if you want to display 0, okay, this is a symbol of 0, right? So it is A, it is B, it is C, it is D, it is E and F. It is E and F. Okay, this is how the 0 looks like. You want to make this G off. Okay, for G you have to give logic 0. For G you have to give 0. Remaining all A, B, C, D, E, F you have to give 1. Fine. This is how we can display 0. Clear? And where decimal point pin is there, I'll for the decimal point pin also we have to make 0. I'll take the notepad, it will be very clear for you. Fine. And first one is DP pin, and second one is like let's come back from back side. Okay, this is obviously G, this is obviously F, this is obviously E, this is obviously D, this is obviously B, C, D, E, B, this is obviously B, and this is obviously A, right? So these are our segments, right? These are our segments. If you want to make 0, so 0, if you want to make 0 here, A, B, C, D, E, F, all these should be in 1. G should be 0. Here G should be 0 and DP pin should be 0. We are going to generate a hexadecimal value for this. Okay. we are going to generate the hexadecimal value. Guys, tell me that to make okay, you ought to make this dp pin 0, and we are not going to use this g segment, and we are going to use all this. We want to make all this one because you want to display 0, right? You want to display 0 there, so that I'm going to make all these segments as 1. So what is the hexadecimal value for this? Guys, are you getting my point? Are you following? Like, if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. I'll respond it. Like, if you are following, what is the hexadecimal value for this? Tell me. All these are the segments, no need of confusion. This is a dp pin G, F, E. I have written from backwards. And if you want to make 0, if you want to display 0, so these are the logics. As a binary form, try to generate the hexadecimal value for this. Tell me the hexadecimal value for the binary, for this binary form. 0 0 1 0x 3f. Sure, huh? So if you are sure, let's go forward. 0x 3f. Okay, this is for, I'll write it in a bracket to display, not to display 0. Okay, to display 1. So to display 1 should be like this, right? Or you can take this fe also. We can make this one or this one. Okay, only b and should be logic 1, remaining all should be 0. Or if you take f and d, this f and d should be logic 1, remaining all are like zeros. Clear? So I'll take b and c only. I'll take b and c as 1. Then because we don't want to, b and c should be 1, remaining all are zeros. If you take f and d also, no worries guys, it is also 1. B and C. So this will become 0. Obviously, this will become 0. This will become 0. This will become 0. And this will become 1. This will become 1. So what is the hexadecimal value for this? 0x 0 4 plus 2 6. 0x 0 6. This is correct. So guys, if you tell me this hexadecimal values first, it will be very easy for us. So for 2, what is the hexadecimal value? 2 is something like that, right? There. So you want to of f as well as c. Make f and c 0. Remaining all are 1. Fine. F and c. And then f and c. And then so this will become 0. This will becomes 1. F should definitely becomes 0. E should be 1. D should be 1. C should be 0, as well as B and A should be 1. And then let me check once. F and C should be 0 here. F and C should becomes 0. This comes under 2. Guys, are you getting my point? This is 2, right? So I make A, B, G, E, D as 1, remaining F and C becomes 0. So then obviously we can display 2 there. Fine. Next step is 3. Fine. This F and E should becomes 0. Remaining all are 1. As are you following? Respond in chat box. What is the hexadecimal value for this? For 2, 8 4 2 1 4 plus 1 5 0x 5 b 5 b. Guys, respond. You have to tell me the hexadecimal values. 0 0 1 2 2. What is that for 2? For 3, I said what? F and E should be 0. F and E should be 0. Remaining all are 1. So this will becomes 1. Guys, we are making this dp pin 0. Okay, because we are not using that dp pin. Remember this. And F and E should be 0, and remaining all are 1. 1. What is the hexadecimal value for this? Thank you. Thank you, Sushma. For 3, for 4 what? Obviously it becomes 0. 4 is something like this, right? Intega? This comes under 4, right? కొంతమంది ఇలా కూడా రాస్తారు 4. Which one will choose? Let me go with this only. F, G and C should be on, remaining all are 0. F, G, C. Remember F, this is called F, this is right 4. Fine. Thumbs are good. Fine. F, G, C. F, G, C becomes on. F, G, C becomes on. F, guys, fine. If I'm doing any, guys, 0x64. 64, huh? Antale. 0x, I trust you. 8421, yeah. 0x64 for 4. For 5, for 5, this is called 5, right? Ante E and should B become 0. EB. EB becomes 0, remaining all are 1. EB becomes 0, remaining all are 1. What is the hexadecimal value for this? First, zero x 6 D. Good. This is for to display 5. What is for 6? For 6, we'll take this, or we can take like this also. This is also comes under 6. Whatever the thing which you can prefer, it's your wish to take anything like this or this. Let me take this. 6 కదా, ఆల్మోస్ట్ బి తప్ప మిగతా అన్ని ఆన్ అవ్వాలి అంతేగా. Except B, we want to make all as 1. Except B, this is 1, 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 this is 0, and this is 1. For this, what is the hexadecimal value? 0x, which comes under the, to declare it's a hexa. F, F ఎలాగా వస్తుంది? F కి నేను 0 పెట్టలేదుగా. 0x 7D. Sushma, correct. Sushma, you are operating in 2 or like these both are 2 different 69Y or this normal 70. I'm getting 2 answers from only for from Sushma only, so that I'm getting used. This is for 6. Fine. So for 7, let me take the 7. 7 is something like this. in no 7. Okay, to display 7, you want to make A, B, C logic 1, remaining are logic 0. A, B, C makes logic 1, remaining are 0. A, B, C 1, 0, మిగతా అన్ని 0. So this will become 0. 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 This will become 1. This will become 1. This will become 1. So what is the hexadecimal value for this? Tanuja 0x 0. This is 0x07 or 0x03? 84267 antela 0x07 to display 7, right? And for to display 8 means we are going to make all 1, because 8 should be, will give like 8 like this, right? There is a 8, so we want to make every segment becomes on. Fine, let's go back and let me make every with 1, every segment with 1, and this is 1. What is the hexadecimal value for this? 0x7f. That's good. To display 8, to display 9, to display 9, guys, here also 2 options are there. You can take like this, you can take like this, or you can take like this. It's your wish to choose anything. Let me choose this. Okay, except E, remaining all are 1. Except E, remaining all are 1. This will become 0 except E kada, remaining all are 1. What is the hexadecimal value for this? 0x 8426 f 6f for 9. క్లియర్. ఇప్పుడు మన టాస్క్ అయిపోయింది. సో this is to display 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, and let's go back to our program. Let's go back to our code. Guys, if you are getting any noise from my side, ignore it. Okay, we can't stop it. Fine, let's come back to our code. What's the header file? What's the header file? Respond in chat box. We generated hexadecimal values for from 0 to 9, and yes, as include reg 51.h. So this is a header file, and you know, guys, we are going to take total port 2, right? We have taken total port 2. For that, we are going to define hash define segment is equal segment port 2. I have taken port 2 has different segment port 2. Fine, because I am going to use 7 segment, so that I have taken. Remaining all are common. Void delay. Okay, this is function definition, function declaration, and main function void main. Just open it. Use while loop because we want to make it as infinite loop, and here the main code will comes. Port 2 is equal to, what is the first First condition to make 0 is 0x 3f, right? 0x 3f. Guys, this is to display 0. Remember, all these steps are we are already aware of this. Port 2, I'm just taking as port 2 is equal to 0x 3f. To display 0, delay should be given. This is to display 0. Fine. Like this, let me, no need of this. Let me copy this. I can't do that. In port 2, to display 1, what we have to give? 0x 06. Fine. To display 1. As like remaining, port 2 to display 2, what we have to give? 5b. 2 to display 3, what we have to give? 4f. Guys, you are following. You are following, right? 3. And let me fix this. To display 4, what we have to give? 6 4. To display 5, what we have to give there? 6d. Five కదా, 6 కదా, ఇప్పుడు 6 కి 7d. 7d. Blindly following you only. Okay. Put to display 707. To display 8, 7f. And the final one is to display 9. What is the hexa? 6f. Clear? Now let me close this while loop as well as main function. You know this function definition, void the delay. Okay, you have to take the integers I comma, declare the integers I comma j. For loop, to give some delay, I is equal to 0, I less than 100, I plus plus, I not I this, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than 1000, j plus plus. Fine, clear. This is our code. Okay, guys, if you have any doubts in the code, you can ask me. I'll respond for your questions. Nara. Okay, let me open our keel. Let me open our keel. Go to this project, new microvision project. In keel, I'm going to take it as a new folder called 7seg. In this 7seg, I'm going to take it as segment 8089C51. This is our microcontroller, our heroine. And go to this workspace, go to file, save this. Where we have to save it in 7 segment as segment dot c. Fine, add existing. Guys, I don't want to explain it in a very clear way, right? Because you all are aware of this. Close it. Fine, now we are eligible to paste this whatever the code which we have written here. Control C, and here you have to control V. Then fine, let me build this. So guys, we got 0 errors and 0 warnings. Obviously you'll get, because if you write a code correct. Go to the clock frequency 11.0592 and go to the output, create hexa file. Okay, you must and should go with the rebuild. So creating hexa file. Hexa file is created. Open the Proteus 8. Let me zoom this. Double click on this. Choose the path. Desktop scale 7 segment segment.hex. Change the clock frequency here to 11.0592. Okay, run this. 0 1 2 3 4. 4 mistake పడింది. So fine, let me change this small things. 4 అంత క్లారిటీ లేదు. 4 ఇలా తీసుకుందాం. అప్పుడు ఇలా తీసుకుందాం. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ టేక్ దిస్ యాజ్ 4. ఓకే, అప్పుడు B ని కూడా 1 చేద్దాం. B ని 1 అంటే 4 లో B ని 1 చేస్తే దీనికి ఎక్స్ అవ్వాలి చెప్పండి. 6 ప్లస్ 6 అంతేగా. 6 ప్లస్ 6 and here 6. We will get a little clarity, that's it. In code లో ఇక్కడ 6 పెడదాం. Let me rebuild this. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు రన్ చేసి చూద్దాం. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 0 1 2 3. It's working. Guys, you have to do for common anode. I'll give you 10 minutes time. You must and should go ahead with this common anode. Okay, go to this, pick the device, go to P and select common anode type. Directly it will be there, no need of that. It will be as like this only. Here in place of ground you have to connect the power supply, that's it. Okay, hexadecimal values will change. Okay, in place of this you have to give reverse, that's it. ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఇచ్చామో దానికి రివర్స్ ఇస్తే సరిపోతుంది. Fine, so I hope you will do this, and I'll give you 10 more minutes time for you. You have to do this. Fine, meanwhile let me take the screenshots of this. This is the task for us. Guys, I have given the task for you. You ought to do it. Okay. For common anode, common pin should be given to power supply, as well as if you want to make the LED on, you have to give logic 0. Fine. After completion of this, you have to do common anode. This is how the 7 segment display will works in railway stations, if you have clearly observed, right? And in coming days, maybe after 2 or maximum maybe after 2 days, on the Monday or Tuesday, I think so, you have a combination of the 7 segment as well as traffic lights. Okay, we will give 60 seconds of time for and we are going to use 2 segments, and for that and you'll connect traffic lights. If you give 60 seconds for red light, okay, in this practical way it will be there. Okay, we will see that also. Guys, if you are done with this, please go ahead with that, whatever the task I have given for you. చేయకుండా మాత్రం ఉండమాకండి. సాయి జయంత్, తేజస్వి. చేస్తున్నారా? I'm going to give 10 minutes time అలా ఇస్తాను. చిన్న చేంజ్ అన్న చేయండి. Yes, are you following? Chestunnara? If you are doing, please respond in chat box. Vikas, are you doing? Vikas, you are coming daily, but you are not responding in the class. Could you please respond, Vikas? Vikas Kumar. Vikas, are you there? Common anode chain, Nana. Don't forget to do common anode. So what will be the changes in the code? Your post is something you posted. So for common anode, distal pins will be 0 or 1, sir. I can't get you. It means that if you are asking to make LED on Adena, no, is a decimal point pin na? Okay. DP pin na? Okay. అదే చూడు ఒకసారి నువ్వు దట్స్ వేర్ ద లాజిక్ ఇస్. చూడు ఇక్కడ 0 అంటే ఏంటి? ఆబ్వియస్లీగా 1గా. ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ ఇట్ మేక్స్ ఎల్ఈడి ఆఫ్ ఇన్ కామన్ క్యాథోడ్. ఆబ్వియస్లీగా నువ్వు ఎల్ఈడిని ఆఫ్ చేయాలంటే 1 ని సచ్చినట్టు ఇచ్చి తీరాల్సిందే. నో అదర్ ఆప్షన్. 1 కామన్ క్యాథోడ్ లో, కామన్ యానోడ్ లో it makes LED off. Okay, all these will get reverse అయిపోతుంది మొత్తం. సార్ చెక్ చేయండి, చెక్ చేసి నాకు చెప్పండి. ఓకే, డెసిమల్ పాయింట్ పిన్ will gets 1 obvious గా, అసలు no doubt in that. Okay, నాకు at least you can say the hexadecimal values. I'll generate the I'll execute it. Sorry guys, I make it in mute. Sorry for that. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటి మనం లాజిక్ ఇది 0. సో ఇక్కడ ఏమి ఇస్తాం మనం 0 ఇవ్వాలి. అప్పుడు this will become 0, 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 this will becomes 1. DP pin will becomes 1. DP pin and G pin will becomes 1. Remaining all are zeros. If you take this, DP pin will becomes 1, G will becomes 1. For F it becomes all these are becomes 0. అంతేగా ఎల్ఈడి ఆన్ చేయాలంటే కామన్ యానోడ్ లో అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటున్నా. ఓకే, సో దీనికి హెక్సాడెసిమల్ వాల్యూ ఏంటి? 0 కి కామన్ యానోడ్ లో 8421 8412 12 అంటే సి 0x సి 0 అయిపోయింది. అర్థమైందా? సో ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే అలాగే డిపి పిన్ 1 అయిపోద్ది. మీరు ఏదైతే ఆన్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో వాటికి 0 ఇచ్చి రిమైనింగ్ వాటికి 1 ఇవ్వండి. నాకు అట్లీస్ట్ టెల్ మీ ద హెక్సా values, hexadecimal values for కామన్ యానోడ్ కి. కామన్ యానోడ్ కి ఇక్కడ చెప్పండి. అలా 0x C0 టు మేక్ 0 అంతేగా. అట్లా రిమైనింగ్ చెప్పండి. నేను ఐ విల్ పుట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ కోడ్. డైరెక్ట్ గా కోడ్ లో పేస్ట్ చేసేద్దాం. 0x 1 కి ఏమవుతుంది? రివర్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ నాన్న, అంతే, అంతకుమించి ఉండదు. రివర్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అన్నిటికి రివర్స్ తీసుకోవడమే. 0 ప్లేస్ లో 1 తీసుకోండి, ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. F9 for 1, 0x F9. Thank you. Please go ahead like that. 1 2 కి ఎంత? జైన్ థ్యాంక్ యూ. 2 కి ఎంత? 0x నన్ను అర్థమైందా? అర్థమైతే ఫాస్ట్ గా చేస్తారు. 4A తనుజ A4 A4. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ 2. for 3. B0 for 3. for 4. fast. థ్యాంక్ యూ తనుజ. 9B షూరా? దేనికి? 4 కి 0 0. సో 0 0 పెట్టు, 1 1 పెట్టు. ఇప్పుడు 8 ప్లస్ 2 9 కదా, 6. ఒకసారి 4 సుష్మా 9 బియా 9 9 9 2 బా 5. ఓకే కిరణ్ 4 కి చెప్పు నాన్న. 4 కి ఏం తీసుకోమంటారు ఇప్పుడు? 4 కి 9 బియా 9 9? 2 ఆన్సర్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. నేనే చూస్తా ఉండండి. 9 షూరా? ఓకే ఓకే. ఫర్ 5 ఎంత కిరణ్? 9 2 ఓకే. ఫర్ 5 ఫర్ 6 పరిస్థితి ఏంది? 0x 8 వేసుకుంటాను. 8 6k మరి 7 f8 ఫిక్సా? 0x f8 7 someone given for all 8 కి ఎంత అన్న? 0x80 నా? ఓకే 0x80 for 8 and for 9 0x90 0x90 అంతేనా? ఫైన్. ఇప్పుడు ఇదే వాల్యూస్ దీంట్లో కోడ్లో డంప్ చేద్దాం. దీంట్లోకి రాద్దాం. ఇక్కడే పెట్టేద్దామా? Okay, fine. Let me go ahead here only whether it works or not. Let me see. 0x C0 FC0 F9A4 C0 F9A4 C0 F9A4 A4 నెక్స్ట్ వన్ వచ్చేసి B09992 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 తర్వాత 82 F8 82 F8 8090 నా? థ్యాంక్ యూ. 8090. సో సేమ్ కోడ్ కాబట్టి సెగ్మెంట్స్ చేంజ్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి లెట్ మీ రీబిల్డ్ దిస్. ఎక్సెప్ ఫైల్ ఆటోమేటిక్గా క్రియేట్ అయింది. నాకు తెలిసి పాత్ కూడా సేమే కదా. మీ రన్ దిస్. వర్క్ అయింది చూడండి, సింపుల్. ఫైన్. మీకు వచ్చిన అవుట్పుట్ ఎవరికన్నా? తనుజ ఆర్ యూ డూయింగ్ ఇన్ ల్యాప్టాప్? You are doing in laptop? No sir. Okay, fine, no problem. Jayant, are you doing in laptop? Library in the sense like, if you are done with this, at least one you can present the screen. Okay, let me stop here. By using this segment, we are going to in traffic lights we can use this. Okay, maybe Jayant, you asked this regarding the library, like to take the footprints of the sound segment like that, or like uh, what's your idea about this library? Actually, we can take the the component footprints also be taken. లైక్ బట్ హియర్ మనకు ప్రోటీస్ లో ఏంటంటే మనకు డైరెక్ట్ గా 7 సెగ్మెంట్ అనేది మనం తీసుకుంటున్నాం, ఎందుకంటే అవి ప్రీ ఇన్స్టాల్డ్ గా ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి. అర్థమవుతా? నాకు నువ్వు అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ పెట్టేది నాకు అది అర్థమైంది. యాక్చువల్గా మన పీసీబీ డిజైన్ మీరు క్లాస్లో ఏంటంటే అక్కడ లైబ్రరీ ఇవి ఉంటాయి, లైబ్రరీస్ నుంచి మనం కాంపౌండ్ తీసుకుంటాం, అది కూడా మనం ఫుట్ ప్రింట్స్ తీసుకుంటాం అనమాట. ఐ థింక్ ఫ్రమ్ ద సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఆఫ్ ఈజీ ఈడీ, ఐ థింక్ సో. సో అలాగే ఇక్కడ కుదరదు, ఎందుకంటే మనకి ఇక్కడ డైరెక్ట్ గా కాంపోనెంట్స్ లేనాటివి అయితే ఓకే ట్రై చేయొచ్చు, కానీ బట్ ఇక్కడ మనకు కాంపోనెంట్స్ ప్రీ ఇన్స్టాల్డ్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి విల్ డైరెక్ట్లీ టేక్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ వాట్ ఎవర్ దిస్ ఇన్స్టాల్డ్ ఉంటాయి డివైజెస్, లైక్ ఇట్లా 7 సెగ్మెంట్ కానీ లేదంటే ఏఆర్ఎం కానీ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. బై యూజింగ్ ది సెగ్మెంట్ వి యూజ్ విల్ కంట్రోల్ ది ట్రాఫిక్ లైట్స్. ఓకే, మనం కీప్యాడ్స్ తో కూడా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ అదే విల్ డిస్కస్ ఇన్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్. మనకు 0 to 9 డిస్ప్లే చేయడానికి మనం కీప్యాడ్ యూస్ చేసి కూడా చేయొచ్చు 7 సెగ్మెంట్. సో ఇఫ్ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్ దట్, మై వే ఆఫ్ ఆన్సర్, లైక్ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ కి క్లారిటీ వచ్చిందంటే ఓకే, లైక్ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ మీ నౌ, నీకేమైనా క్లారిటీ రాలేదంటే. Guys, if you are done with this, okay, you can leave the session, or like if you want to share the screen, you can share your screen. I'll give the presenter and we'll meet on Monday.